Hi, I'm a psychiatrist and I make mental health education videos. The topic for this video is schizotypal personality. This is the first time I've ever recorded a video on this personality style. So if you find it helpful or interesting, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Psychologists describe schizotypal personality as a personality disorder that has some of the features of schizophrenia, but it doesn't include psychosis. A person with this personality style has odd beliefs and behaviors that make them uncomfortable for most people. But because they're inappropriate, they have difficulty forming close relationships. They often feel lonely and misunderstood, but they do reach out to mental health services because they don't think there is anything wrong with them. They don't see how their beliefs and behaviors are any different than other people. That's why they don't seek treatment unless someone else convinces them to do it. The 5 personality characteristics of schizotypy are described in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM. 5. The person has 5 or more of the following. 1. Ideas of reference. That means they think that they're being followed, watched, or harassed by others when they're not. For example, they might think that the newscaster on TV is talking directly to them, or they might think that a stranger who smiled at them is thinking about them in a sexual way. 2. Odd beliefs or magical thinking. This includes superstitious beliefs, and they may use astrology to make decisions, or they may believe that they have a special power. 3. A person with schizotypy has difficulty with social relationships. They may have a flat affect, which means they don't express emotions the way most people do. This makes it difficult for them to relate to others. Also, they may respond inappropriately to social cues. They may be indifferent to whether other people like them or not, and they may not care about what other people think about them. 4. Suspiciousness. People with schizotypal personality don't trust others, and they tend to interpret the motives of others as being malicious. 5. On the continuum of odd speech, they may talk so oddly that it's hard to understand them. And they also may have difficulty organizing their thoughts in a logical sequence. Some additional features that may be present are uncomfortable with social contact, have restricted affect and emotions, blunted, inappropriate, or flat. They have paranoid ideation, odd and unusual behavior. They may have magical thinking, for example, thinking that certain events happen in a particular order. And if it's disrupted, something bad will happen. They have difficulty with insight. For example, they may not recognize their own destructive behaviors, or they may not recognize the impact of their behavior on others. This personality style is relatively uncommon. It affects about 3% of population. It affects men and women equally, and it usually begins in late adolescence. Some researchers believe that this personality style falls on a continuum with schizophrenia. If it did, then people with schizotypy are at increased risk for developing schizophrenia. About 12% of people diagnosed with schizotypy develop schizophrenia. People with schizotypy have impairments in 3 areas of functioning. They have problems with work or academic performance because they can't get along with others. They have problems with interpersonal relationships because of their odd beliefs and behaviors. And they may have legal problems because of their odd beliefs and behaviors. If you're trying to help someone with this personality style, it can be frustrating. They often resist attempts to help them because they don't see anything wrong with themselves. But here are some tips that may be useful. Try to build trust. It will take time, but over time you can gain their trust and they'll be more open to feedback. Give them positive feedback when they do something right. Don't assume that they know that they're doing well. They need positive feedback to reinforce good behavior. Be direct and specific about the things that they need to change. Don't be vague. If their odd behavior is making you uncomfortable, tell them specifically what they did that was odd and tell them how it made you feel. Encourage them to seek professional help. it would be helpful for them to get insight from a mental health professional. So I hope this video helps you understand schizotypy better. If you want to learn about the other personality disorders, I have a playlist of videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.